Hi guys, so sorry it's been a while since my last video. 2019 has been totally insane for me, so I haven't been able to record any videos, but I got a new computer, so hopefully once I record videos I will be able to edit them a little bit faster and get them up for you guys. My camera is still crappy, so there's always that, but anyways. I think I'm going to talk through it because I can update you with what's going on in my life. It's been, as I said, very, very crazy. So I'm going to start out with my Maybelline Master Prime. I'm using this because I'm struggling with some dryness around my mouth, and this is super, super moisturizing. So this is a great primer if you're feeling dry. And then I'm going to just go in with some of this Becca Shimmering Skin Protector to lighten up my face. It's just like a little bit of like a sparkly, I don't know if you can see, like lotion sort of stuff. And I'm just going to put this like on more of my cheekbones just to give me a little bit of a healthy glow. And then I'm going to conceal, and while I'm doing that, I'll start to update you guys. So, we started off the year with me actually the first thing that happened was Felix was having some weird episodes where it seemed like he was like falling for no reason. And I took him to the doctor, and they said that it could be this rare form of, it's like a seizure. And so that was incredibly stressful. We had to go to the hospital and get an EEG, which is where they hook up all these little electrodes to your head, and they like watch his brain waves. But you have to keep your kid up all night until, I think, what was it, 12 or something? Maybe it was later than that. And then wake them up at 4 a.m. and keep them awake until the appointment, and then they're supposed to fall asleep in the appointment. So that was really, really difficult, keeping him awake for the car ride there, keeping him up late, waking him up. Like when little kids are tired, it's really hard to keep them awake. So that was like very, very stressful. And I was really worried and scared and had no idea what was going on. So that kind of led into the next thing that happened in 2019. And that was that right around that time that was happening, I started to not feel very well. And I ended up getting so sick. I was sick for several weeks. I kept on going into urgent care, and they would diagnose me with things, like they said I had a kidney infection. They kept on diagnosing me with totally different things. I went to the hospital, and they said that it was mono, and sent me home, and I just continued to like get worse and worse. And then one night I woke up and I was like freezing cold. I was shaking. I had like 104-degree fever for like 2 to 3 weeks. But I just was so cold. I felt so terrible. And I ended up going back to the hospital, and they found that I had pneumonia. I had mastitis, which is an infection in your breast. It's very common with breastfeeding, but if you don't treat it, it can become very serious. And then I had the mono, and what had happened is that I became septic, which is, I think, when your blood becomes like full of bacteria, and you can die from that, which is really terrifying. Oh yeah, my heart, the other thing was my heart was racing, and I couldn't slow it down. When I got into the hospital, I think my resting heart rate was 130, I think, which is very, very high for a resting heart rate. So that was really, really scary. And it took a long time for me. I had to spend like 4 or 5 days in the hospital, which was pretty scary, and we didn't really know what was going on. But luckily I've recovered from that. I'm just gonna take a pause from the update and say that I'm using this Hoola by Benefit, and it's like a bronzing, and I am obsessed with this bronzer right now. I think it gives you a really nice summery glow. So that's what I'm going to be putting on all over my face. So anyways, so then I came home. Meanwhile, Daniel had just gotten a new job, which requires him to travel a lot. So he actually had to miss some work because I was in the hospital, but he then, like the week after I came home, he went to, he was out of town. So that was like crazy and new for our family. I stayed with my parents because I was like too sick to really be alone. And then the week he came home, we started having some drama within our building with like noise complaints because Felix is... Anyways, I won't go into that because that was like a lot of drama that I don't even want to go into. But, and that kind of situation progressed. We had some like people tampering with our air vents. It sounds crazy right now, but it was just a lot of stressful situations this year so far that we've been kind of dealing with. And then we kind of like started to recover from that. And that was all happening kind of the week of Felix's birthday. And so then Felix's birthday came and we were kind of like, okay, we're getting back on our feet. We're gonna kind of, you know, things are looking up. We're gonna, you know, life is crazy, but whatever. And then the night of Felix's birthday, we actually got a phone call that Daniel's brother had passed away, which was really, really terrible. He was only 32. It was like a very tragic, unexpected death. So we have been in Arkansas the last week. So we're just now home. Oh, and then this is the other crazy thing is that Daniel now is going out of town for 12 days, which is a really, really long time. And he's leaving on Sunday. Today is Friday, and we just found out yesterday. So 2019 has been insane for us. But I guess that's just kind of how life is. There's not much you can do about it. Just kind of, things remind you to like keep your loved ones close by and just kind of take care of yourself. So I've definitely been like, when we got home yesterday, I had a doctor's appointment to follow up kind of on my sickness to make sure everything's going in the right direction. Felix had his 2-year-old checkup, and it just reminded me like to stay healthy, to you know, just life is very precious, and when things aren't going well, like it really can throw your world upside down. So just kind of, I guess, for me to be grateful for everything I have, and things get put into perspective. You know, one thing was very upsetting, and then the next thing's worse, and the old thing seems like, oh, that wasn't a big deal. So that's kind of how, you know, this year has gone, like worse and worse and worse, and so it makes all the other stuff seem kind of silly and insignificant. So anyways, but hopefully this year can only get better from here on out. But it's definitely going to be a struggle, you know, just dealing with everything. But that's just how life is. But so that is why I have not been around. I did film. Daniel went out of town for the first time, and I had filmed the whole thing and intended to do like a vlog sort of thing, mostly for Daniel to like show him like what we did while he was out of town. But I didn't get a chance to edit it, and then all this happened, and it seemed silly to upload something like that. But then I decided that I'm gonna film a video, whether this is a crazy, unorganized video, because my life is still happening, and I have to kind of continue on doing life the way, like living my life, I guess. So I'm back. It's probably gonna be a very unorganized video, and probably way too long, but yep, that's been our 2019. Oh, and then we got actually the results back from the EEG, and everything was normal. So Felix was just being like a crazy crazy kid, and I guess, like, I don't know. So we kept our appointment with the neurologist, but I think we're going to cancel it because there's really no point. I haven't noticed him having those episodes where he'd, like, kind of fall down anymore. So I think it was really, like, nothing. But I think that is what caused my body to be so stressed and get sick so easily. So yeah. But we only, like, last week found out that the EEG was normal. So that was, like, a crazy long wait to have to wait to find out if your kid is okay, and that's, I don't know, terrifying. Okay, so while I'm doing the eye makeup, I'm going to do my lips, and I'm going to show you guys this. It's not a new product. It's been out. This was, like, a very trendy thing, like 3-ish years ago, 2.5 years ago. No, probably like 3 years ago. And it was when, like, Korean makeup was, like, super. It was like, try this Korean makeup. Like, so it was the peel off lipstick. And I got it when it started being trendy because I wanted to try it out. And then I kind of forgot about it. It was, like, just in my box of makeup. And now that I am a mom, I find it harder to wear lipstick because it gets on everything because Felix is, like, all over me. Let me take off my Aquaphor. So this is what it is. It's a gel that you put on your lips and you let it dry and then you peel it off and it leaves, like, a stain on your lips. And I think that this is awesome. I like the lightest color in the pack. This one's pure pink. And yeah, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do my eyes and just speed it up because it takes a little while for it to dry. So let me zoom out. My lips are starting to peel. So if you move your lips around, it, like, starts. And it comes off, like, it's kind of gross. Let me get a napkin. Anyways, it leaves behind, like, a really subtle tint. And I think it's really nice. I think that's really nice for, like, especially spring and summer where you don't want to be wearing, like, a ton of stuff on your lips. But yeah, and then you can just add some, like, Aquaphor or something over it. And I think that looks really nice. Okay, so I used, by the way, my Lemonade or Lemonade Craze Maybelline New York palette. Now I'm just going to set my face with a little bit of powder. I did, like, a little bit of a cut crease and then did some shimmer. I ended up putting a little bit more red in it than I originally had planned. But then I thought it looked pretty, so I kind of want to convince my parents to watch Felix so I can do, like, a date night since Daniel is leaving on Sunday. And then I won't see him again for 12 days, which is so sad to me, but Daniel and I both updated our phones this month, or last month, this month, no, it was this month. So we both got the iPhone XR, which we never get like the current phone on the market. We always have like the really old ones, and then we keep our phones for a really long time. But mine was not working. Daniel had my old phone as his phone, and then my phone, which I think was the SE, which was like a pretty good phone, was not working. I took it into the Apple store and they're like, you have to get a new phone. And his was, oh my god, I don't even know which one his was. You couldn't even download apps on it anymore because it was like a dinosaur would come up like saying it was so old. So we decided it was time. Daniel just got a new job, so we figured that was like our one celebration, like we'll spend a little bit of money. And we both upgraded, so we're both really excited about our new phones. Mine actually stopped working properly and it said to bring it into the Apple store and they had to replace it after a week, like a completely new phone. But I have a new one now and it seems to be working. It like wasn't recognizing my face in the face recognition thing to unlock the phone. And I guess that's like they've seen that problem before and they can't fix it. We went to the Apple store and the guy was like immediate like, oh, we can't fix it, we'll have to give you a new phone. And then it like passed one of the tests and he's like, oh, we're just gonna replace the camera on it, but if we open it up and there's water damage or some sort of damage, like you're gonna have to pay for it. Because I think he thought like I had damaged it, I'm not really sure, and like was very like apprehensive to just give me a new one. So we waited like 45 minutes in the store, and then when it was time to pick it up, we went to the thing, we're like, okay, we're ready, you know, it's the time you guys said. And the guy was like, oh, it was a different guy at this point. He was like, oh, they fixed it, but the problem was still happening, so you have to get a new phone anyways. So we waited for absolutely no reason. They should have just given us the new phone right away, but I guess they had to make sure. I guess probably people scam them a lot and like try to get free stuff. So anyway, so it was a little bit of waste of time, but got the phone fixed. So yeah. Anyways, this is my look. It's kind of a nudie pink. There's a little bit of sparkle. It's a little bit uneven, but whatever. Very light. The lips, don't have to worry about it transferring onto anything. I'm feeling very ready for spring and summer. I was going to do an Easter look, but I decided that's a little too soon. I was thinking maybe a St. Patrick's Day look before that. But yeah, I hope everybody's 2019 is going better than ours has been. But just, I guess the message to take away from this is that life can change on a dime. We had a very, very like low-key 2018. And I guess 2019 is the year of all this craziness happening. Some tragedies, some annoyances, some, you know, figuring out who is your friend and who isn't your friend. But I guess the best thing you can do is just keep your loved ones near and be grateful for what you have, because you don't know when that's going to change. And yeah, and I just decided that I should keep living my life and be doing the things I want to do, because there's always later, or that's what you think. And yeah, now is the time. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is a rambly video, not organized, not really about makeup, but hopefully I'll be getting back into it soon. So maybe I'll get this video up today. We'll see. Thanks for watching.